Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to VLOGMAS. We're doing pretty good so far. I'm pretty proud of myself. The goal is all 24 days if you haven't been able to put that together already. We're already on week 2. We're going strong and I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna hit 24 days. Today, I'm gonna be answering all of your, I guess like hobby-based / life-based questions that you guys asked me. I put a questionnaire on my Instagram and just told you guys to ask away anything that you want and I will answer it for you. I haven't done a Q&A since last Vlogmas, so it's been a year. Lots of things have changed since then, so I guess this is kind of like an end of the year Q&A, and I'm so excited to see what you guys have asked me because you guys asked a lot of questions. I was scrolling for a while, so there's lots of questions to be answered, so let's just hop right into it. Of course, I'm gonna be crocheting a Christmas present as I read off these questions, and I hope you're crocheting your Christmas presents too as you're watching this video. A lot of the questions are asking how I balance crocheting and working in school, which I've answered this question a lot of times, so I'm not going to go too into detail about it, but I think the best way for me to balance everything is to not allow myself to do anything else, which is so unhealthy. I still, to this day, you guys have asked me this for years and years and years, I still do not have a solid answer for you. I just plan out everything, and then some nights I'm up really, really late, some mornings I'm up really, really early, but I just don't give myself the option for it to not get done, basically. So I don't have a healthy answer for you, to be honest. I just do it. If I don't have the time, I make the time. I just kind of force myself to get everything that I need to get done because I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do, and I definitely bite off a lot more than I can chew. So honestly, a tip is to not overwork yourself. Do not base yourself off of me. I'm not good at it and I'm not realistic with it. So I would just say creating a schedule that works for you and not demanding too much of yourself. The next question is, what's your favorite crochet project of the year? That is a really good question because I don't know. That's a really good question. I really love the patchwork cardigan I made. That might be one of my favorites. I also freaking loved the Tinkerbell set. I love that set so much. It's so perfect for summer. That's another favorite. I liked my filet crochet one, but I feel like I got a little bit lazy with it. I feel like if I made some adjustments to it now, such as like fixing the sewing and then fixing up the back of it, maybe that would be a favorite, but I don't think that's top 3. Maybe it's number 3. I don't know, but I don't think it's a favorite for this year. And I think that's it. I think just really the patchwork cardigan and the Tinkerbell set are my 2 favorite makes crochet wise of this year. Hopefully we get some more next year, but I definitely want to keep track of what I make next year so I can make like a tier ranking video of all the things that I crocheted. What is one thing you've always wanted to try but haven't? I actually have so many things that I want to try because I'm such a hobby addict. I'm talking like hobby wise. I don't really know if there's anything I'd want to try that I haven't yet that's not like a hobby, but when it comes to hobbies, I feel like this year it was just knitting and sewing, and I did both of those, so I'm really happy that I got to experience that and put that into my routine of hobbies. But I don't know if there's anything else I've wanted to experiment with but just haven't yet. Maybe like embroidery, but not handmade embroidery. I'm thinking like machine embroidery. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like the little machine that you make sweatshirts with. I always see so many really cute sweatshirts made with like, I don't know if it's an embroidery machine. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen a lot. I think it's a Cricut machine. I've seen a lot of clothing made with that machine, and that was something I was really interested in at one point. I actually like did the research on it and added it to my cart and like figured out all the stuff, but then I never ended up following through with it. So maybe that's something I can mess around with in 2026. I don't know. I have a lot of hobbies on my plate right now, but that is one thing I've wanted to try and just haven't gotten to yet because that machine is expensive, so I don't really know if I'll ever get to it, but it's definitely something I'm so open to trying. How long does it take you to film most of your videos? This is a really good question because it really varies on the video. If I'm doing a crochet challenge type videos, those ones are the ones that take me the longest. I don't know why, but they just do, and that's why I don't make too many of them. I think my problem is that I always just pick too big of projects, and I always like to make 3 projects minimum in all of my videos. So when I'm making like creative vlogs like that, I like to make creative pieces which take longer, especially if I'm making 3 of them. So I definitely think those ones take me the longest. They take me anywhere from a few weeks, maybe like 2 weeks to maybe a month, I would say. And then I have other videos that I like just start crocheting something and then end up forgetting about it, and then it takes me months to film those. That's just my own mistake. That's just whenever I get lazy and turn a project into a whip, and then it takes me months to finish the video because I like totally forget about it or I just don't want to make it anymore. And then there's these sit down type videos which take me like an hour to make. My sewing videos typically take me 3 days to make because I like to sew a project a day, and that is typically 3 days, which is really, really fun and easy. And then as like filler videos, I like to do productive type videos. So week in my life, crocheting my orders, crochet diaries, those kind of videos take me a week to film, and those are like really easy to pump out quicker while I'm doing the more creative, longer videos. So that's kind of a timeline on how long it takes me to film videos, which it's kind of hard because I post twice a week, so I kind of have to really keep on myself about crocheting projects or making projects or whatever video I'm filming, because it needs to be posted twice a week. So it takes me a while, but sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, depending on what I'm doing and when I need the video to be posted. How do you actually get sales? This is sort of like a draw of luck kind of job that I have, where I'm posting on the internet and selling. I'm self-employed basically, and when you're self-employed, you kind of almost have to be lucky. I mean, you can put in the work and do a lot of work, but a lot of it is just praying that the algorithm picks you up. So when it comes to how I actually made sales, it was just consistency for me. Posting on the most popular platforms multiple times a day is one way to grow your brand or your image, which is obviously going to help you generate sales if people like what you're posting. And then also staying on top of trends, which is a really, really sad thing to say, but if you are trying to make money in what you're doing, which is probably crocheting or some kind of creative hobby, you have to stay on top of trends, and that kind of takes the fun out of your hobby sometimes, especially if you're not really into the trend. But you need to stay on top of trends. You need to pay attention to what people are buying and find a way to profit off of that. So for example, right now, jelly cats are like a really popular thing. I'm just thinking of something random, but that's an opportunity for me to crochet jelly cats and then sell them on my website and market them and everything. And obviously it's gonna get pushed out because it's trending right now. So people are liking these things, and then seeing a crochet jelly cat is unique and different. So obviously people are gonna be interested. So just staying on top of trends is like my biggest tip when it comes to how to generate sales. And then of course, just making sure you have good lighting, taking good pictures, having examples, having videos, just having good footage and content for whatever it is you're selling is really important as well. Do you feel connected to your viewers as much as you hope to? Okay, this one, I was actually thinking about this in the shower yesterday, and I was like crying about it because I love my community so much, like so freaking much. And something that I kind of lack in doing that I'm working on, and I'm trying to get better at it. And I promise you, it's not ego, it's not pride, it's not that, it's just genuine forgetfulness on my part. I am really, really bad at getting back to you guys. Like I'm good at I love talking. I talk to you guys through the camera all the time. Like I love talking to you guys. Obviously I talk for hours to you guys, but I'm really bad with responding to DMs, responding to comments, checking my DMs, checking my tags, checking all of that. And I promise you, it's not because I don't like care to do it. I just genuinely forget that I need to be doing that. And then I also just get really busy, so I don't have time to go through the copious amounts of DMs and tags and everything as much as I want to. And then also these things are kind of hidden on my social media accounts. Like I didn't really grow up on social media. I never really had social media until I was like in high school. So I never really knew how to use Instagram and TikTok the way that I probably should know how to. And so I didn't even know for like the first year of having Instagram that you guys were DMing me, because it would go in a separate folder that I couldn't see. It was like my hidden folder that they put it in to kind of like filter out my DMs. So one day I like was clicking around and I found that, and I saw so many DMs from you guys, and I was just so shocked that like you guys were reaching out to me, and I did not know. So that's like my number one excuse. Sometimes I just really don't see it. But I've been recently trying to get better at checking my mentions, responding to comments, because a lot of the times I'll respond to them like in my head, or like them and have a response in my head but not type it out, and I need to recognize that that's like basically me leaving y'all on red, and that is so messed up. But I promise you guys, it's not like that. It's not. I love reading your comments. I laugh at all of them. Sometimes I really forget to respond to them, and I'm getting better at it. But I have like the best community, and I love reading all your comments, going through all y'all's tags, seeing all the projects you guys make from my patterns or from inspo you got from me, and it's so amazing. I've been getting better at responding and checking those. And so the question is, do you feel connected to your viewers as much as you hope to? The answer is no, I don't, and that's because of me. That's my fault. I'm getting better at that. One of my 2026 goals is to get more connected to you guys, because I don't really do this for the money or the views or any of that. I do it for the community. You guys are the reason that I keep doing this and keep pushing, because sometimes I feel so unmotivated, or I feel like I hate what I'm making, or I hate my job, or I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel super confident in what I'm doing, and then I'll read a few comments and I just feel so much better, and I feel like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, you guys reassure me that what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing, and it makes me so happy. So I do feel connected to you guys, but I don't feel like you feel connected to me, because I'm really bad with reaching out. So that's my full answer. Yes and no. I'm getting better at it. I'm gonna keep responding and keep checking and everything like that, because I want you guys to feel as loved from me as I feel from you. So that's how I'm gonna answer that one. Update on how you feel about college now that you're back home. My happiness has gone up 75,000 million %. I am so much happier now that I'm back home. I didn't realize how much being in a dorm was really dimming my light and my creativity. And it's not the dorm itself. Like, I love my roommate. I miss her so much. I still keep in contact with her. I love her so much. It was never the experience, I don't think. I think it was just feeling trapped somewhere where I knew nobody. And I don't know, I've talked about this so many times. I don't want to get into that whole depression hole, but I feel so much happier, so much more creative. I feel like I have so much more freedom. I can do more. I don't have to spend an hour and a half sitting inside of a classroom doing stuff that I could have done in 30 minutes at home. Like, I love online school. It's so much harder, but it's so much better. I have so much time to do what I want to do, and I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be now. So my update is that I am much happier, and I'm so glad that I left. But I'm still getting that degree. Don't worry, I'm still getting that degree, just from home. I need to start crocheting. I am not crocheting. Every time I do a Q&A, I forget the actual crocheting part. This is a good one. Do you think there's a chance that crocheting is gonna outgrow you now that you're learning new hobbies? This is an amazing question, because I've been asking myself the exact same thing, and I kind of like battled with this question for a while, like to myself, and I've ultimately come to the conclusion that I don't think I'll ever outgrow crocheting, because one, crocheting got me to where I am. All of that sappy stuff, yes, like I love crocheting. It's my job. I've been doing it for so long. It's where I started. But also because crocheting is really convenient and quick, so I don't think I'll ever outgrow it, especially whenever it comes down to me having my own home. I'm gonna crochet more home decor than I am gonna knit or sew. And another reason why I don't think I'll ever outgrow crocheting is because some things just look better crocheted than they do any other version. For example, bags. You cannot knit or sew a bag like this. I will never get over what you can do with crochet bags. And then also why I don't think I'll ever outgrow crocheting is because crocheting is becoming so popular now, which one of the pros is that we're getting more creativity and more inspo and more crochet art, which is so fun because I'm getting so many ideas off of other people's creations because more people are learning how to crochet. So obviously more people are implementing their ideas into the hobby, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and I don't see it ever getting smaller, if that makes sense. I feel like crocheting is like on an uphill growth, and I don't think it'll go downhill for a very long time. So the inspo and the ideas are endless, and there's just more and more and more, and so I don't think I'll ever outgrow crocheting, especially the plushies. I've been getting into crochet plushies, as you guys know, and you can't knit or sew the cutest little crochet plushie. I don't have any. Oh, like you cannot knit or sew this. You know what I mean? So there's just certain things you can do with crocheting that you can't do with anything else, and I don't think I'll ever outgrow it. I don't like when people learn how to do other things and then just become like super cocky with it and like start belittling crocheting. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was there for a little bit. I was there for a little bit to where I was like, man, I don't think I'll ever crochet a sweater again. Like, knitting just looks so much better than crocheting. But don't worry guys, I'm out of that phase. I'm out of it. I don't like that phase. It's like the same vibe that I get when people are like, ew, no, acrylic yarn, like that's too cheap, I'm not touching it. Like, no, like what? Don't forget where you came from. Like, what? No, I don't think I'll ever be that person that will just like hate on crocheting just because I know how to do other things. No, I love crocheting. There's no reason for crocheting to be less than anything else. Don't think I'll ever grow out of it. I love it, and I love hanging out with you guys and crocheting with you guys. You guys are my main reason why I could never stop crocheting. Like, this is where we started. I have to crochet with you guys forever, and I will be so content and happy with that. So I don't think I'll ever outgrow crocheting. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Okay, I think I've answered this before, but it has changed because I have found a bunch more YouTubers that I am obsessed with. So let me go through my subscribe list on YouTube and tell you guys some of my new favorites. Some of them aren't new favorites, but they've just like bumped themselves up. One is Amazingish Grace. I freaking love her. I've been watching her for a very, very long time, but it isn't till recently, like the past year, that I've been watching her videos back to back to back to back and just like loving her videos. I love her. She's so real. She's so funny. She makes the coolest freaking projects. Her style, it is freaking like amazing. I love her style so much. She is my inspiration when it comes to styling garments, not even just crochet pieces or knit pieces, just like garments in general. I love her sense of style, her personality. Like I love her. She makes crochet videos, knit videos, traveling videos. She makes all kinds of videos and I love her videos so much. You guys probably know who Amazingish Grace is. So definitely her. I recently have been getting into Breathing Yarn. She makes knitting and crocheting videos. I found her channel, I think like literally this past week, and I have been binging all of her videos. She's so funny, literally so funny. I laugh out loud at all of her videos and I love her cats. Oh my goodness, guys. Her cats are the cutest, most sweetest kitties ever. Like I want to go through the screen and just steal them. They're so cute. I also love how she goes further into her videos than talking about just crocheting and knitting. Like she'll get into some deep topics and that'll make you think. And I love that it's not just her talking about a project, which is great. Like I don't mind watching a video where they're just talking about their project, but I love that she goes deeper and talks about like so many things that like you actually sit back and listen. It's almost like a podcast and I love it because we'll just crochet or knit together and I'll just listen to all her theories or things she's been thinking about, and it's so interesting to see things from her perspective. I don't know. I just love that she always goes into deeper chats in her videos and she's so intellectually smart. Like the words that she uses are so big. It's honestly my inspiration. Like let me look up, what does that word mean? I love the way she speaks. She's so well spoken. Anyway, I love Breathing Yarn. I love her. Oh my goodness, Made by Destiny. I've already touched on her. I've already talked about her. I love her videos so much, you guys. Like she's my comfort creator. I honestly wish that she made more videos because I would binge them so hard. Like every time she posts a video, I'm on it. I love them so much. She makes like the coziest knitting vlogs. Like I literally get so cozy and I get so excited every time she makes a knitting vlog because they're just so fun and cozy, and she is the sweetest person I have ever not met, but just like watched, I guess. And she makes the cutest knitting sweaters. She's my inspiration for knitting, and oh, I love her so much. She is just like the sweetest person ever, and she makes really fun videos to watch. So definitely Made by Destiny as well. Obviously Larry Reads. You guys know I love Larry Reads. She's so funny. I watch all of her reading vlogs and just like all of her videos in general. She's definitely another one of my comfort creators. I've been watching her for a long time and I'll always love her. I love her so much. Along the same lines, Laura Home. I love Laura so much, you guys. Like same vibes as Destiny, where she's just like the sweetest person ever, and she makes reading vlogs. She also makes like home content in her house. Oh my gosh, her house is so beautiful. I actually found her channel through Larry, and oh my gosh, I love Laura. She's like probably my favorite booktuber. Her and Larry are like my two favorite booktubers. I love Laura so much. She's so cozy, so sweet, so beautiful. I love her content. It's so entertaining and cozy and just, oh, I love Laura. Like I think of her as like my cozy best friend. Like I don't know. I love Laura so much. Everybody's favorite, Quinn. I love Quinn. I freaking love Quinn. She's so funny. I've been watching her since I was in elementary school. I used to watch her vines on YouTube when I was in elementary school, and I like was obsessed with her. I remember I would watch like Vine compilations of Quinlan and I would memorize them. Like I would have all of them memorized. So she's been one of my favorite creators for a really long time. She's so funny. Like I love her. She's just another one of my favorites. Okay, hi guys. Pardon how I look, but my SD card did run out of storage while I was filming that clip, so I got cut off in the middle of talking, so I didn't get to tell you guys the rest of my favorite YouTubers. But next is Sydney Graham. Oh my gosh, love her so much. And what's crazy is I have been watching her for a while here and there. I would watch her crochet vlogs or her knitting vlogs, and then whenever I learned how to sew, I realized that her channel is primarily sewing based, and when I found that out, I literally was binging all of her videos. So Sydney Graham for sure, I love her. She's my favorite sewing creator. I don't know a lot of sewing creators because I'm just getting into the hobby. So if you guys have any recommendations for some sewing YouTubers I can watch, let me know. I've been bouncing here and there on different ones, but Sydney is the one that stuck. I love her so much. And then lastly, as you guys know, Briley. I love Briley so much. She makes crocheting and lifestyle videos. Another one of my favorite people. I binge all her videos as well, and I've seen literally every single one of her videos, so I love Briley too. Those are my favorite YouTubers at the moment, and they all dabble in each of my hobbies, which is so fun. That's why I love them so much. I realized that I watch a lot of hobby-based YouTubers, which is what I'm realizing right now as I'm saying all my favorite YouTubers. But based on those, if you guys watch any of those people, let me know who I should also add into my little rotation, because I've been growing my subscription list and watching a bunch of new YouTubers, which has been really fun. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know, because I'm so open to finding more favorite YouTubers. And yeah, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I've already run out of space on an SD card and my camera's about to die, so let's fly through the rest of these questions. I'm yapping too much. I just can't help myself. Maybe I should start like doing live streams so then I can yap forever and people can decide if they want to come or go. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll to the bottom because I've been reading a lot of questions at the top. Anything health, workouts, hair growth, skincare, all of that. So let's get into that. You guys always ask me about my hair and my skin and my workout routine, so I'm gonna answer all of that. First, hair. You guys have asked me a lot how I grew my hair and how I keep it so healthy when I straighten it so much. My biggest tip is just leave your hair alone. Leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. I've said this multiple times and I stand by it. I don't mess with my hair. I think I mess with it maybe like once a month, or maybe twice a month, 3 times max, but really just 1 to 2 times a month. I pick a hairstyle and I stick with it for the month. This month is obviously straight hair, and what I do is I'll straighten my hair and then I never touch it with a flat iron again. Of course, I'll touch it up like my sideburns or my hairline if I sweat at the gym, but I do not touch the rest of my hair, especially my front pieces, because my front pieces are the ones that get the most damage. So that's this month's hairstyle. Last month I had curly hair. Whenever my hair is curly, again, leave it alone. I'll just do low tension hairstyles. And when my hair is curly, I try to keep a steady wash routine because I'm really bad at washing my hair. I'm not gonna lie, like I will push it off and push it off. But when my hair is curly, I have no excuse to push it off. So I try to wash it once a week without fail when it's curly. And then I think the month before that I had a quick weave. I had a straight hair quick weave, which is probably why you guys think my hair grew, because it did grow. It definitely grew, but the last time you saw my hair straight, it was like down to here, which was not my hair. It was a quick weave. So I had that quick weave for a month and left it alone. Didn't put any heat on it. Well, I put heat on the fake hair, but not on my hair. And I think quick weaves are my biggest tip for hair growth, because I have grown my hair so much since I've been doing quick weaves. I've been doing like braided quick weaves. I've been doing just like straight hair quick weaves, which helps me grow my hair because 1, I'm not putting heat on it, and 2, I have it braided underneath a wig cap, which is helping me to keep a low tension hairstyle to help it grow. So those are my tips. If your hair is curly and you don't have an excuse, keep a steady wash routine. Anytime else, keep it up and do not touch it, do not touch it, do not touch it. When my hair is straight and I want like some kind of volume, I'll sleep with a bun or I'll put heatless curls in. I'll do something like that. And then when it starts to get greasy, which is usually around week 3 or like in the middle of week 2, slick back hairstyles. That's what I have right now, but not high tension slick back hairstyles. I don't like slick it. I literally like just put it up and then I take a comb and then I comb these back, put bobby pins. That's it. I don't like super pull my hair because I don't want to lose hair on my hairline. Also, I'm sorry the lighting's getting a little bit dark, but that's my advice when it comes to hair growth. Also, when my hair was super damaged from straightening it, Olaplex saved me. Love her down. That saved my hair. That's really it for hair growth. My hair is growing though. Like, this is my hair. It's getting so long and I'm so happy, but I do have to get a haircut because it's super uneven. So I gotta get that fixed. But next is skincare. The only thing that has helped my adult acne, I never really had acne growing up. I've had pimples here and there growing up. I had a little bit of acne in middle school, but it was just like on my forehead. I would have like a few pimples every now and then. And then as I got older, like when I got to college, is when the breakouts started coming really bad, which makes sense because my mom said that that's when she started breaking out when she was my age. So I guess it's just genetic. But the only thing that has helped me with my skincare and clearing my adult acne is Korean skincare, which I love down. I love Korean skincare. It is so nice. I love it so much. And it's a little bit higher. Well, it's not that expensive compared to like some other stuff that you'll see at like Ulta and Sephora. But I get all my Korean skincare from Amazon and I make sure I check that where it's coming from is the seller. So if I'm buying a Medicube product, I make sure that the seller is Medicube, not a reseller, because they will change it up and change what's in it and everything, and that just ruins everything. So make sure that you're buying it from where the product is made, and then just do your TikTok research. That's what I did. I just looked up Korean skincare for what I wanted to achieve with my skin. Oil cleansing was my #1 helper. I love oil cleansing. The Medicube toner pads, my second biggest helper, and then third is just healing my skin barrier. I don't exfoliate with like those, you know, like the pebbly exfoliators. I don't use that. I use a healing toner, and I use a lot of moisturizer. And protecting your skin barrier is so important because it'll help keep your skin barrier clean, basically. So then all the nastiness from outside and inside is not gonna affect your skin because your skin barrier is strong and can fight it off. So Korean skincare is how I cleared up my skin. And then workout. I've been working out like my whole life. I was in gymnastics for like 7 years of my life. So I kind of already had like I had built-in abs basically. So I always had built-in abs and built-in quads because of gymnastics, but my workout routine is constantly changing. What I've been doing recently is CrossFit, which I think is gonna be what I stick with for the next few years because I love it so much and I've seen so many results already. Like I am so much stronger, and this is the fastest I've ever seen results from a form of working out, and I love it the most because the community, I love CrossFit so much. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but yeah, right now it's CrossFit. Before CrossFit, it was Hotworks, which is basically like a sauna workout, and they had workout classes. I liked it. It just was a little bit boring, and it was all low impact workouts, which I'm a weightlifter at my core. That's just what builds my body the most. That's what my genes like. So I like to weightlift, which is why I like CrossFit more. The cardio and the Pilates and all of that is really fun and sweet and cute. And yes, it gives me abs, but that's as far as it gets me. And I want muscles. So that was that. And then before that, I was at the YMCA where I was lifting a little bit and then also going to the workout classes. I was going to Zumba a lot. And then they had like a little lifting class that I really enjoyed. And then before that, it was kickboxing. So I'm always changing. I love switching up what I'm doing when I'm working out. That way I stay motivated and stay wanting to do it and it stays fun. So that's all of my health things. Okay, I'm gonna answer 5 more questions because I need to end this. What clothes are you looking forward to sewing? Okay, so originally I wasn't really going into sewing for the clothing. I was going in for the I'm just giving up on this. This is not happening anymore. But originally I was going into sewing for like making little makeup bags and little cutesy things that I could use. But now that I'm in and I want to make clothing so bad. There's so many clothing pieces I want to make. I want to refurbish. Let me tell you like the top ones that are on my list. I want to refurbish my nightgowns and make like little pajama sets. I want to make a white maxi skirt because I've been needing a white maxi skirt for months now. So I want to make a white maxi skirt. I want to refurbish some of my old clothing pieces or just like clothing pieces that don't fit me as well as I want them to. For example, my jeans, I want to make them all not low rise, but like mid rise because they are like all the way up here and I hate that. So I want to lower the freaking highness of my jeans. Also crop some of the length of my jeans. I always roll my jeans up because they're always too long, and also I just love the way a rolled jean looks. But I do want some just like classic not rolled jeans. So I want to alter some of my clothing pieces. I can't really think in terms of like sewing projects I want to make. I'd have to look on my Pinterest and everything to see, but those are just some that are on my radar right now that I'm really excited about. Have I ever told you this? I think I have told y'all this. This question is, how did you come up with the name Kano Maid? I actually didn't come up with it. My uncle came up with it, so maybe I should be giving him a portion of what I earned because he really brought me to this point. But basically, whenever I first started learning how to crochet, I decided to open up an Etsy shop and I was having struggles coming up with a name. I came up with like so many names that didn't really, like I didn't really like them. And I brought it to my uncle. I was like, yeah, I'm opening an Etsy, but I just don't know what to name it. And he was like coming up with these names and I was like, yeah, whatever. And so I remember this so distinctively. I remember I went to bed that night. I was in bed and I don't know, he went somewhere. He like left somewhere and he texted me. So I checked my phone and he texted me Kano Maid, and then he was like Cameron Avery Ojode Kane Maid, and I was like, it was like my world just, I think that's when I gained consciousness actually. Yeah, Kano Maid is here now. Kano Maid is basically my names put together. My full name is Cameron Avery Ojode Kane. All of that put together is Kano, and then Maid. Well, he didn't come up with the maid part. He just came up with Kano, and then I came up with the maid part. So, you know, maybe I should only give him like 10%. But yeah, he came up with Kano. I came up with the maid, and I'm so glad that that's what I ended up going with because I could have gone with like Kano Crochets or Kano, I don't know, yarn or something. And I'm so glad I didn't because I at the time didn't know that I would expand as much as I have. So I'm so glad I went with Kano Made because I can still use that for every other endeavor that I go on. I can sew and it can still be Kano Made. I can knit and it can still be Kano Made. I can do hair and it can still be Kano Made. So I'm really glad about that, because if it was Kano Crochets, well then I'm gonna have to rebrand. So I'm so glad that that ended up working out the way it did. But that's a little backstory on me. Somebody asked, what is your Spotify Wrapped for this year? Guys, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, you guys. For the past like 4 or 5 years, Drake has been on there and I have been doing everything in my power to keep him off. Like, I have literally boycotted Drake because I didn't want him on my Spotify Wrapped. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Drake. Grew up with Drake, love Drake. But like, I don't want him on my Spotify Wrapped. I don't want him on there. Like, I'm trying to get Drake off of my Spotify Wrapped. It's more of an ego thing than it is like a musical thing, because I love Drake, I do, and I don't want him on my Spotify Wrapped. I don't want him on there, and I'm trying so hard to get him off, but he gets on there every single year, and I'm just so upset about it. I will say though, in high school, he was always #1. This year, he's #3. So something is working, but I swear I didn't even listen to Drake this year and he's still on there and I'm so mad about it. But let me show you guys my Spotify Wrapped. It's always the same every year, basically. I mean, SZA is always on there, Frank Ocean's always on there, Kendrick Lamar is always on there, and Drake is always on there. The 5th one, it's usually either Kanye or sometimes it's Childish Gambino. I think one year it was Billie Eilish. It's been Mac Miller. I think it's Mac Miller this year too. I don't know. The 5th one is always changing, but those are always on there. But let me show you guys my Spotify Wrapped. Oh my gosh, it tells me how many listens I did to each of these songs. Okay, so my top songs, my #1 song was Pretty Little Birds by SZA. This has been my favorite song for years. I've loved that song so much. It was my favorite song on the album when the album came out, and it's probably still my favorite song on the album to this day. Pretty Little Birds had 33 listens this year. Then it was Georgia Peach by Lotto, which I guess makes sense. I don't listen to Lotto that much, but I don't know, something about Georgia Peach, put me somewhere on a gorgeous beach, just does it for me. So that has 23 listens. Getaway by The Internet has 23 listens. That one's always on there. I love Getaway so much. Sierra Leone by Frank Ocean has 21 listens. Not mad about that. I didn't realize I listened to Sierra Leone that much, but Sierra Leone is on there. Child's Play by SZA is on there. I listened to that song. I listened to that song today. I listen to that song every single day. I don't know why. I've loved that song since middle school, and it's always on. I love that song. 20 listens for that one. The Worst by Jhené Aiko has 19 listens. HYFR by Drake has 19 listens, and then it just goes from there. So those are my top songs, and then my top artists.
Georgia Peach, put me somewhere on a gorgeous beach, but I'm right here in the hood, but I'm right here in the hood.
Okay, my top artist, #1, Kendrick Lamar. He's always on there. Like I said, he switches between 1 and 2. He was #1, SZA was #2. She's always on there too, which is crazy because I didn't think I listened to that much SZA, but I guess I do. I don't know how she's on there because I did not like her new album. I'm not gonna lie, Lana, I didn't like it, but she's #2. Drake is #3. 4 is Mac Miller, which I thought Mac Miller would be #1 this year because I have been on a Mac Miller kick all year, literally all year. He was my #1 artist in February, and I have just been on a Mac Miller kick all year. He's my favorite artist right now. I love Mac so much. I've always loved him, but I don't know, this year I just really fell in love with him. And then 5 is Frank Ocean. So that's my Spotify Wrapped this year. I just wish Drake wasn't on there, but you know, it's fine. Let me know what your Spotify Wrapped is this year because I'm curious to know what you guys listen to. Okay, 2 more questions and then we're calling it a day. How do you come up with ideas? I started a small business and I don't know how to run my page. It took me a while to start coming up with my own content ideas and like pattern ideas, but once you get into that state, you're in that state and you can't, it's almost like it's toxic because you can't pump out the amount of content ideas you have in your brain. But sometimes I'll just be up really late at night and like something will hit me and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. So I think just paying attention to your feed and seeing what you like to consume and then creating that. Not replicating it, but just creating that with your own twist. I guess that's the best way I can tell you how I get my ideas. That's with both content and creation. So if I see something on Pinterest that I like, I'm gonna pay attention to what I like the most about it, and then I'm gonna take that and put it into my next crochet project. Basically is the best way I guess I can explain how I get my ideas. Okay, I always answer this question, but I guess maybe I'll have some new thoughts on it. You guys are always asking how to start and grow a YouTube channel. I'm gonna say the same thing I always say, just start. Just start. That's what I did. I literally just started. I was really nervous about it and I was talking to everybody about it and I was like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to do. Like, I want to start a YouTube channel, but blah, blah, blah. My boyfriend was the one that told me, just start. Just do it. Just start. Like, just start. And I promise you that night, I filmed a YouTube video, or the next day, I filmed a YouTube video and I just posted it and everything has just gone from there. I will tell you, because some of you guys don't have a YouTube channel, so you don't know, but when you post that first YouTube video, everything is gonna come to you naturally. Everything is gonna come to you naturally. Like, there's no advice I can give you because it's all gonna come to you naturally. So like, when you post that first YouTube video, you're gonna get a dopamine rush that's gonna give you so many new ideas and inspiration and motivation to post more and more and more. Like, if you have a YouTube channel, tell me I'm wrong. Please tell them that this is how it works. You will post that first YouTube video and you will feel so happy and so proud of yourself that you'll want to just keep doing more and more and more and more. And that's like the only advice I can give you, is just to start. Just start. Everything will come to you naturally. You don't need to know everything all at once. It's gonna come to you naturally. You don't need special filming equipment. I would just say get a phone, use the back camera, get a ring light if you don't have good lighting in your home, and get a cute background. I mean, I don't really have much of a cute background, but definitely having stuff in your background I think helps to keep viewers entertained, especially because attention spans are really short nowadays. So also make your content interesting. So do a little bit of editing research. I know that there's a lot of people starting content creation, so I guess you can refer to them when it comes to editing and stuff, because I don't really make a lot of like super entertaining content. I make a lot of like, you know, sit back and relax and watch my videos type content. So I would say start off with like really quick turnover content that you can just pump out quickly and are entertaining and funny and enjoyable to watch. And you can watch a lot of TikTokers. They do a lot of content tips and tricks on there. Literally my whole For You page is content tips and tricks, how to become a content creator, how to start a TikTok, you know, and all of that. So that's like, that is really popular right now. And I'm telling you, you will find so many pieces of advice from them that I can't give you. My only piece of advice is just to start. Just start. If you have an idea, execute it as soon as it comes to your head. Otherwise it's gonna leave and then you'll never know how far that idea could have took you. So just start. That's my biggest piece of advice. That is the last question I'm gonna answer for today's video. I had so much fun. I love filming Q&As, hate editing them, but I love filming them. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I love hanging out with you guys and just yapping y'all's ears off. I love you guys so much. Let me know what you guys want to see from me soon. I have so many ideas in the works and I'm excited to pump them all out for you guys. So I love you guys. I hope you got to get to know me a little bit more and got a little insight on me. I know I'm always posting crochet videos and I don't know, I feel like I haven't like gone on a personal level with you guys in a minute. So I love filming these Q&As to kind of update you guys on life and everything. But I love you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow for our next Vlogmas episode, and until then, bye.